Hello everybody, this is Randy. I'm going to go ahead and show you my TrainingPeaks run file from my last run on Sunday when I did 15 miles to kind of evaluate how the Gel 100 performed, the Maurten Gel 100. This is my run file. Before we get into that, I just wanted to explain what I did that morning, just so that everybody understands how this should really work. You really need to eat something before you go on long runs. I tried doing eating nothing and just having a sports drink, whether that be the Morton or um, Generation You Can, and that didn't work out well for me because I ran out of energy about 3 hours into the workout, and that's not fun when you bunk. So my kind of go-to breakfast is for marathons is oatmeal. So half a cup of oatmeal, half a banana, half a cup of almond milk if you don't have almond milk if you're out on the road. Typically, I guess you can just drink water if you're at a race and you're not at home. And I usually drink, put in a little bit of brown sugar and raisins. So I guess you can pack that if you're going to be going out for a race and you're not at home. You could put that in a Ziploc if you have to travel with it, and then make it the morning of the race. So Morton recommends on a drink mix 320. That's what I had that morning, is to drink half of it with breakfast, which has 80 grams of carbohydrates all together in one bottle. And I showed how to mix it in my previous video. And you basically go ahead, take half a bottle with the drink mix 320 with 500 milliliters of water, and then the other half, what they recommend is 30 minutes before you run. Now, what happened with me, you can see on my run file that I had to stop for a bathroom break here. I'm not exactly sure how many miles this is, but so about 30 minutes into the run, uh, which is about right here. So a little after 3 miles, about 5K into the run, I had to stop. So you don't want to do that during a marathon or during a big race. So what I'm going to do next time is essentially take the whole bottle while I'm eating breakfast. And you don't want to drink anything 30 minutes before a race, a big race, because you're going to want to use the restroom. Everybody has the jitters or nervousness before a big race, and drinking 8 ounces of whatever, whether it be Morton or plain water or whatever drink, it's at least for me, it doesn't seem to work out well because I need to urinate, I need to use the restroom in the first part of the run. So if I do that, so it's not a good idea to drink anything within 60 minutes of the start of a race or a big workout. At least that's what I'm learning from this issue here that happened. Anyhow, so let's get into the evaluation. So my plan was to take a Gel 100 every 4 miles, and just to go over the flavor and the taste. It's like it has a vanilla taste, like I said before, but it's Jello. Think of Jello. If you've ever had a pudding, there's like vanilla pudding or vanilla custard. There's some beads inside the pudding, sort of. That's how it has the consistency of those beads, custard beads, sort of. Um, but it's Jello. It has, think of Jello beads, and is what it is. It tastes pretty good, and it goes down okay. It does take it. There's a lot of solution in each package, so it does take a while for you to eat it. It took me, or get it down. It don't again. You don't have to take water with it. It took me about a quarter mile or so before I was finish each packet. So I took one at 4, as you can see here, um, and my pace. It took mile 4 and 5 were pretty much the same. Now I was running the same effort, and you can see that my pace increased to a 7:57. So basically 25 seconds, 25, 26 seconds a minute from 3:20 to 7:57, 7:54. You know, so 20 some odd seconds per minute faster, and that's a huge increase to go 20 to 30 seconds faster in a marathon or training run. And I just felt good at that time after I took it on miles 6 and 7. So I took the other gel at mile 8. So same thing happened here. It took a mile before I was able to, 1 to 2 miles, because actually you take it here, it takes a quarter mile for you to actually consume it. The following mile, mile 9, was a little bit slower, but then I had an increase, right? Or it was 8:12, miles 10 and 11, 8:12, 8:15, from yeah, so yeah, it was basically the same on miles 10 and 11. But the good thing to note here is that my pace didn't slow down. It was either sustained or it got a little bit faster, from 8:21 to 8:15. So that's a difference of 6 seconds per mile, 6 seconds per mile. So I think overall, it's a really good product. If I took the last one at mile 12, and so I had a little bit of issue with hydration at this point. As you can see here, I stopped for water. There was no water at this stop. So I had to keep going without water. This particular run, I started at 5 o'clock, 5:30, 5:40 in the morning, and I thought I'd be okay without water. But coming down towards mile 12, I had to stop here because it was getting pretty bad. I was pretty dry. I needed to get some water. I did find water at this location here on the loop, and I took again the gel at mile 12. My pace slowed down here towards the end of the run because that was a hydration issue. So the one thing to note, although Maurten says you don't need water with the gel, overall you do need to drink water to stay hydrated throughout your race or training run. Typically I usually take water. I'm kind of experimenting to see what works on my long runs with these new products. If I don't need to take water, if I do need to take water. So essentially, plan your route up accordingly. I will next time, so that I can ensure I get some water. Either take a bottle with me, plain water, no sports drink, no Maurten in it, plain water if I'm just going to use the gels, and we'll go from there. I hope this video was useful. I did get a 20 to 25 second increase in pace. Granted, if I was hydrated a little bit better, I think I would have seen a similar increase in pace on miles 9 and 10, like I did on miles 6 and 7 here. But it all relates to how well you hydrate during your long runs, especially if you're running where it's hot during the summer. I think it got up well over 90 degrees during this run for me. It felt like it was over 100 degrees. It could have been. I didn't check the temperature when I finished. As you can see, the entire duration of the run was about, I think it was 2 hours right here. Entire workout was 2 hours and 6 minutes. So anyhow, hopefully this was useful. Like my post, comment any questions you might have, subscribe. I will be posting another video on the Drink Mix 320 on my intervals. I'll try that instead of the 160 like I did last time. I'll see how the Drink Mix 320 performs, and I will post another video on that, and just so that you guys can see the results. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.